Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy TNA Broadcasts bringing you my very first TNA review and predictions video. So obviously this is the beginning of 2013, so I thought I'd make this a bit special. Obviously there's a lot going down in TNA this week by the previews. So first off we have the Sting returning business. Obviously if you don't know, Sting was injured by the Aces and Eights gang. It was a couple of months now, and we've not heard much from him or seen anything from him. But it was announced last week on the last episode of TNA that Sting would be returning, and he wants his back, and he wants revenge on Doc and Devon. Yes, Devon. He's wanting his revenge, so they actually released a preview of Sting's return, and to be quite honest, I thought it's probably one of the better promos I've seen from TNA recently. I really did think that this really showed what was going to happen and what's going to be happening this year on TNA. Obviously, Aces and Eights have been around a fair amount of 2012, and they're becoming more mainstream. I think they're really starting to sell out at the moment, so it's not something I specifically enjoy. I mean, you know, it was like a really good idea at the beginning of the when they first started in TNA, but now I feel that they've really become too, you know, mainstream. They've sold out what they what they stand for. I mean, when they first came in, it was like, yeah, we're playing by our rules, this is our thing, we're going to do what we want. And now it's like, you know, last week at Open Fight Night, I can't remember who it was Samoa Joe called out one of the big Aces and Eights members, and you know, it didn't seem right how one of the Aces and Eights members was listening to a TNA roster member. It didn't seem right. But I think with Sting returning, we're going to see a lot more of the whole badassery, Aces and Eights, and all the rivalry that they see that TNA and Aces and Eights have got together. You know, because I think Sting really did lead the rivalry. If it wasn't him, it was definitely going to be Kurt Angle, but it'll get better. I do like the thought of Sting, you know, acting out his revenge. I'd like to see what they've got in mind. As you know, I think there's a lot of ways they can go about the whole Ace and Eights business, whether it's, you know, killing them off completely or something big does happen. I don't think they'd do that though, because I think that would really lower the ratings and not work for them really well, but they have. Okay, so next up we have the steel cage match. Obviously, once again, this is an Aces and Eights kind of thing. It's involving Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle. Obviously, two of the biggest headliners for Aces and Eights. Like, this is who we've brought out like most of the time, who have been really fighting against them. If it's not them, it's, you know, Bully Ray. And I think he's going onto his own storyline with this Hulk Hogan, Brooke Hogan thing. I don't know. Okay, the steel cage match between Angle and Samoa Joe and Aces and Eights. I think Aces and Eights were planning to bring out Devon and that big guy with the big scary mask, the big one that's beat him up a lot of times. Predictions. I think Aces and Eights will win personally, because I think the TNA roster have won a lot of the fights with Aces and Eights now. I think, you know, we've seen it in the couple of promos that we've seen now. You know, Aces and Eights are going to end TNA, as they've been saying. But, you know, I think that's kind of like hinting as to what's going to happen. So I think Aces and Eights will win that match. I think it'll be a close one. And I do think it's going to have something to do with that hammer. And the hammer and the bat is something that we've been seeing a lot of and hearing a lot of recently. So I think that's going to play a big part in it. Obviously there can be no interruptions because it's, you know, it's a steel cage match. They're locked in a steel cage, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch. Obviously, I think Samoa Joe will get his submissions in. You know, his dainted the Samoan submission machine. I think he'll get his submissions in. But yeah, that's all I can really say for it. You know, there's a lot to say about aces and eights in general, but I think it's definitely going up a scale now, and I think we're definitely going to have to watch out for Doc and Morton Maskins. That's actually something that's quite interesting, the unmaskings, because Mojo said he was going to unmask them last week, but he didn't. He got rumbled out by some of the bigger members, and then Dark and then Devon came on. You know, oh, you're never going to get my title back, or whatever. You know, oh, get real. I think eventually someone will win. Someone will win that title back. It might not be Samoa Joe, but it'll be someone. I do think it'll happen. You know, maybe it might even be a way for AJ Styles to get back into the scene, because obviously he lost Bound for Glory and can't have another title shot for the World Heavyweight Championship for another year. But I think it didn't exclude him from any of the other titles, so I think we'll be seeing the new side of AJ Styles, as we recently saw how he's going his own way. But yeah, I think the steel cage match will be kind of like the beginning of the end, really, to be honest. But there you go. Okay. So next up we have the Wrestler of the Year 2012. So I've got a couple of predictions about this. I think we are going to see Bobby Roode in it. I think we're definitely going to see probably Christopher Daniels in it. I know it sounds like a long shot, but you know, I think with all the stuff he's been doing with AJ Styles, I think he's definitely going to get a shot in it. And if he doesn't, I'm pretty sure he's going to come out and be like, hey, what are you doing, what are you doing? I think it's going to cause a bit of an uproar though. I think that a lot of the wrestlers are going to be like, well, hey, why aren't I in this? You know, I should be in this for this and this reason. You know, I think a lot of the wrestlers will be like, we'll definitely have a lot to say about that. I think we're going to see Hulk Hogan announce it as well, and I think Aces and Eights are going to get into it as well. I know Aces and Eights are doing so much recently with TNA. I think they're definitely starting to shape a lot of the storylines that are happening. A lot of the main parts are going, you know, to Aces and Eights, and so I was like, Aces and Eights this, Aces and Eights that. And I think it's getting quite repetitive, but there you are. Okay, so you know, what else can I see happening? What else can I see happening? I think we're definitely going to see some knockouts. I think we're going to see, I think for the first episode of 2013, I think we're going to see Velvet Sky and possibly Mickey James. I'm not too sure. Hey, there you go. Okay, thanks guys, thanks for watching. This has been TNA Broadcast with his first brand new video. Do hope you enjoyed. Please remember to click that subscribe button. This has taken me a while to get ready and do, so there you go. Thanks a lot guys. Peace out.